22 अप्रैल की न्यूज़पेपर करते हैं, राइट। 22 April 24 COVID-19 पेशेंट्स इन नासिक डाई विदाउट ऑक्सीजन एज गैस लीक्स। जस्ट मैं पढ़ रही हूँ, अभी हम एग्ज़ाम के अकॉर्डिंग आते हैं। तो यहाँ पर इंडिया एट 142 रैंक 142 रैंक ऑन प्रेस फ्रीडम इंडेक्स। इसे रिलीज़ कौन करता है? रिपोर्टर विदाउट बॉर्डर्स, जो एक फ्रेंच एनजीओ है, ठीक है। इसमें इंडिया की रैंक कौन सी है? 142। राजस्थान सीएम सीक्स फ्री कोविड-19 वैक्सीन फॉर पीपल अबव 18 years. 3 ONGC employees abducted in Assam. Provide uninterrupted oxygen supply पंजाब। यहाँ आ जाते हैं, ये आर्टिकल काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है, इस पर नज़र मारते हैं। अ फ्रेश पुश फॉर ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन। एग्ज़ाम पर्सपेक्टिव से इम्पोर्टेंट है। इंडिया मस्ट एड्रेस सेवरल चैलेंजेस टू इनहेंस कमर्शियल स्केल ऑपरेशंस, ठीक है। India will soon join 15 other countries in the Hydrogen Club as it prepares to launch the National Hydrogen Energy Mission. The global target is to produce 1.5 million tons of green hydrogen by 2023. Currently, India consumes around 5.5 million tons of hydrogen, primarily produced from imported fossil fuels. In 2030, according to the analysis by the Council on Energy, Environment and Water, green hydrogen demand could be up to 1 million tons in India across application in sectors such as ammonia, steel, methanol, transport and energy storage. However, several challenges in scaling up to commercial scale operation persist. With proposed 5 recommendations. अब इसकी recommendation देख लेते हैं, ये मेंस के लिए भी important हो जाएगा। Decentralized hydrogen production must be promoted through open access of renewable power to an electrolyzer which supplies water to form H2 and O2 using electricity. Currently, most renewable energy resources that can produce low-cost electricity are situated far from potential demand centers. If hydrogen were to be shipped, it would significantly erode the economics of it. A more viable option would be wheeling electricity directly from solar plant. For instance, wheeling electricity from a solar plant in Kutch, ये एग्जाम्पल देख लो इसकी, to a refinery in Vadodara could lower the transportation cost by 60% compared to delivering hydrogen using trucks. However, the electricity tariffs could double when supplying open access power across state boundaries. Therefore, operationalizing open access in letter and spirit as envisioned in the Electricity Act 2003 must be an early focus. अब सेकंड देख लेते हैं. We need mechanism to ensure across around the clock renewable power for decentralized hydrogen production to minimize intermittency associated with the renewable energy. For a given level of hydrogen production capacity, a green hydrogen facility will typically oversize the electrolyzer and store hydrogen to ensure continuous hydrogen supply. However, such a configuration would also generate significant amounts of excess electricity. Therefore, as we scale up to the target of having 450 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030, aligning hydrogen production needs with broader electricity demand in the economy would be critical. अब थर्ड देख लेते हैं पॉइंट. थर्ड पॉइंट देख लेते हैं. We must take steps to blend green hydrogen in existing process, especially the industrial sector. Improving the reliability of hydrogen supply by augmenting green hydrogen with conventionally produced hydrogen will significantly improve the economics of the fuel. This will also help build a technical understanding of the process involved in handling of hydrogen on a large scale. Fourth, policymakers must facilitate investments in early stage piloting and the research and development needed to advance the technology for use in India. The growing interest in hydrogen is triggered by the anticipated steep decline in electrolyzer costs. India should not be a mere witness to it. Public funding will have to lead the way, but the private sector too has significant gains to be made by securing its energy future. Finally, India must learn from the experience of the National Solar Mission and focus on domestic manufacturing. Establishing an end-to-end electrolyzer manufacturing facility would require measures extending beyond the existing performance linked incentive program. India needs to secure supplies of raw material that are needed for this technology. Further, major institutions like DRDO, BARC, and CSIR laboratories have been developing electrolysis, electrolyzer, and fuel cell technologies. There is a need for a manufacturing strategy that can leverage the existing strength and mitigate threats by integrating with the global value chain. Even before it has reached any scale, green hydrogen has been anointed the flag bearer of India's low carbon transition. Hydrogen may be lighter than air, but it will take some heavy lifting to get the ecosystem in place. Right? अगली न्यूज़ पर आते हैं. डाटा एंड अ न्यू ग्लोबल ऑर्डर. इंडिया हैज़ अ की रोल टू प्ले इन द हाइपर कनेक्टेड वर्ल्ड. The shift of global power from the Atlantic to the Indo-Pacific raises strategic questions for India. Is the world divided because of an assertive China, or is a shift of power to Asia a switch to the historical norm? Is the US defending multilateral rules or the hegemony over the rules it has set? Should India take side or bide its name as a neutral contender to both China and the US? Industrial revolution structured the global manufacturing order to Asia's disadvantage. But in the digital data revolution, algorithms require massive amount of data to determine innovation, the nature of productivity growth, and the military power. Mobile digital payment interconnections impact society and the international system, having three strategic implications. First, because of the nature and pervasiveness of digital data, military and civilian systems are symbiotic. Cybersecurity is a national security, and this requires both a new military doctrine and a diplomatic framework. First, second, the blurring of distinction between domestic and foreign policy and the replacement of global rules with issue-based understanding converge with the growth of smartphone-based e-commerce, which ensures that massive amount of data give a sustained productivity advantage to Asia. Third, data streams are now at the center of global trade and countries' economic and national power. India thus has a capacity to negotiate new rules as an equal with the US and China. A renewed strategy. Innovation based on data streams has contributed to China's rise as the second largest economy and the near peer of the US. The US Indo-Pacific commander recently said the erosion of conventional deterrence capabilities was the greatest danger in the strategic competition with China. The national security strategy of the US puts more emphasis on diplomacy than military power to resolve conflicts with China, acknowledging that its military allies have complex relations with Beijing as it seeks to work with them to close technology gaps. Right? China's technology weakness is a dependence on semiconductors and its powerlessness against US sanctions on banks, 5G and cloud computing companies, but its 14th five-year plan emphasizes a $1.4 trillion strategy for the development of science and technology. यहाँ आते हैं. India goal is to become a 5 trillion economy by 2025, while the country is fast tracking its digital rupee. The challenge is promoting engagement with the major powers while retaining its data for innovation and competitive advantage. Fluid dynamics. With Asia at the center of the world, major powers sees value in relationships with New Delhi. India fits into the US frame to provide leverage. China wants India, also a digital power, to see it as a partner, not a rival. And China remains the largest trading partner of both the US and India despite sanctions and border skirmishes. These fluid relationships have their own trade-off, raising the question whose interest do the current rules really serve. India, like China, is uncomfortable with treating Western values as universal values and with the US interpretation of freedom of navigation rules in others' territorial waters. New Delhi Indo-Pacific vision is premised on Asian centrality and the common pursuit of prosperity. The European Union recently acknowledged that the path to its future is through an enhanced influence in the Indo-Pacific, while stressing that the strategy is not anti-China. The US position in trade that investment creates new markets make it similar to China's Belt and Road Initiative. India alone straddles both US and China-led strategic groupings, providing an equity-based perspective to competing visions. It must be prepared to play a key role in molding rules for the hyper-connected world facing off both China, US and China to realize its potential becoming the second largest economy. फिर एक ये न्यूज़ है, इंडिया शुड बी अ कंट्री ऑफ पर्टिकुलर कंसर्न बाय द यूएस पैनल फाइन। ये पढ़ चुके हैं 142 रैंक इन प्रेस फ्रीडम इंडेक्स। फाइन। स्पेशल टास्क फोर्स टू मॉनिटर जम्मू एंड कश्मीर गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉयज। सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया फिक्सेस कोविशील्ड प्राइस। राइट। पोएट सांखा घोष passes away at 89। यहाँ ये वाले न्यूज़ में आ जाते हैं। मोदी टू पार्टिसिपेट इन क्लाइमेट समिट टुडे। Prime Minister Narendra Modi will join other global leaders on Thursday to participate in the Leaders Summit on Climate, a virtual event which will reflect the concerns of US President Joe Biden regarding climate change. Right? Nearly 40 other world leaders are participating. They will represent countries which are members of the major economies forum, that is India उसका member है, and those vulnerable to climate change among others. The leaders will exchange views on climate change, enhancing climate actions, mobilizing finance towards climate mitigation and adaptation, nature-based solutions, climate security, as well as technological innovation for clean energy. Mr. Modi will address a summit during the leaders session on Thursday and speak on our collective sprint to 2030. The April 22-23 summit will also feature Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina of Bangladesh, British Prime Minister, Canadian leader, Brazilian president. Right? The leader will also deliberate on how the world can align climate action with inclusive and resilient economic development while respecting national circumstances and sustainable development priorities. Fine. फॉर्मोल राफेल जेट अराइव्स इन इंडिया। राइट, ये फ्रांस से आए हैं। श्रीलंका डिटेक्ट्स अ न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल ऑन चाइना बाउंड वेसल। यूएस लॉ मेकर बैग $100 billion साइंस पुश टू टेक ऑन चाइना। जस्टिस डिपार्टमेंट टू प्रॉब मिनियापोलिस पॉलिसिंग। पुतिन warns rivals against crossing red line with Russia. Sri Lanka marker Easter booming anniversary. Japan PM sends offering to controversial shrine. Blast in Pakistan luxury hotel. Exporters fret over delay in rebate rates. India among top 5 market for erection. India slips as India's COVID side dents outlook. Fundraising by bonds jumped 14% in financial year 21. Home buying budgets rise post pandemic. Fine, ये आपकी sports news. So this much for today. Thank you.